It's about 11:50 at night. It's on a Saturday, December 4th. We're going to install remote start in this 2015 Nissan Rogue. So here's the alarm I got. So this one here, she has to push to start. So apparently there's two of these for the Nissan Rogue. One is for push to start and the other one's for if you have a key to start it. So they have these for all cars, a lot of newer cars. So you can look this up on Amazon. I was a little worried when I got it because Start X, I've never heard of it. I mean, I used to install car stereos and alarms back in the late 90s. But then when I opened it, I looked at the module and it says directed. That's excellent, because that's DEI. DEI. They're a good manufacturer. They also manufacture Viper alarms, which I have on my van. Let me find the remote and try it. So this is a Viper alarm I installed on my work van, but this is an alarm and remote start. Just a little button on the side here, right in the middle. You push it and hold it, let go. Remote start. And it's a pager. It lets you know that it's running, lets you know if somebody's opening the door, lets you know if it's locked or you see it's unlocked. There, it's locked. But I gotta shut it off because the exhaust is no good. So you just hit it again. So this is only remote start. She already has an alarm. So this remote start is actually gonna work off of her key fob. And the way you start it, you just hit lock, lock, lock. And bam, it starts. So we're gonna install it. It's unfortunate I gotta do this at night. I mean, I got people over there always singing copyright material, so it seems like a pretty good system here. It's supposed to be, you know, fairly easy to install. It even comes with the tool that you're gonna need to pop this little panel off without doing any damage. And it comes with this harness. So this is where people are gonna get confused. This harness here has a plug. I believe I can't see it right now, but I'll show it to you later. And it basically says you have to plug these two in to each other if it's push to start. If it's key to start, then you leave them unplugged. So that's going to confuse people to think that they can use this in a key to start or a push to start. So apparently this is universal to the two for the Nissan Rogue, but the module isn't. This module is only for push to start. That's why it says it on the box. So that's where you'd be confused. So if you're looking this up, you got to know what you have. You got to make sure you get the right remote start kit if you have a key or a push to start. Let's install it, see how long it takes. All right, so first things first, we got to pop this panel off, and that's what this tool's for. Bam. That was easy. And then it says you just grab this and pull it down. Apparently it's clipped in there, but we're not going to do what they said. I'm going to try to do it nice. I don't want to break anything, but apparently you're just supposed to pull this down. What we're doing is we're looking to get to the body module, body control module. These panels, they usually have screws. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it wants to pop down. So yeah, actually, like it said, you just grab here and just pull it. So now that's loose. I'd like to get the whole thing off. Gonna need some room here. There you go. So now we're looking for the body control module. I'm gonna have to resituate everything. All right, so there's 2 Phillips screws under here that have to come out. There's one here. There's one. There's the other. Now the whole panel's coming down. So this right here is the body control module. So I'm going to remove it. We're going to have to remove it to be able to work on it. I might have to unplug all these wires here. This way I can take this down out of the way. I got to see. Looks like there's a 10mm holding the body control module. So let me get that and we'll run that out of there. All right, I got a 10mm on a super extension. This way I can get under this body control module. See, there's a 10mm here. All right, so that fell. And yeah, it always goes where it's hard to get. Always. Fish this out of here. Well, at least I know where it is. Of course, it fell in all that mess. It's right there. You know what? Let's get Mr. Magnet involved. You always got to have an extendable magnet. Always. Especially for jobs like this. There's Mr. 10mm. Now you gotta understand, I'd have probably been done by now. This would have been done, but you know, recording and you're by yourself and you're moving stuff around, so it takes a little longer. But it doesn't look like a bad job. All right, now let's see if we can get the body control module out. Feels like it's still hung up on something. Let me resituate. All right, so here's the body control module here. I got it out this far, but this is in the way. So you gotta unplug these. So we're gonna do it together. Now I got one out. It's basically a little black tang right there. You have to push that in. Let me try to do this. All right, let me show you here. So it's a little black tang here. You push that in towards the wires. And as you push that in, you just pull up and it comes off. So it's hard to see because they got them in the back for some reason. But I'll try to do this one. So you gotta push that in and pull the connector at the same time. And you gotta hold this thing. So that's in. It should be coming out, and it's not. There we go. See? Just a little blue tab in there. You gotta push that in towards the wires and then pull up at the same time. So I'm gonna get the rest of them out of there. All right, so I only took the top 4 out. And I got a little more room here, so I was able to pull the body control module out. Now you see all the connectors going to the body control module? You have to unplug all of those. So basically what this harness is doing is going to go in between. It's going to plug into those plugs you're taking out of the body control module, and then the other ends here are going to plug into the body control module. So basically what that's doing is, here's your wires for your alarm, for your remote start. I keep saying alarm, but this is it right here, these two. So if this was a regular alarm, like I have a Viper, then you would have to go in and find each individual wire, splice into it. I mean, there's a lot of wires here, look at them. So they make it easy, they're already spliced. So basically all you're doing is plugging in between the body control module connectors and the body control module. And then these are already spliced in for you, and these just plug into the module. So I'm not gonna be able to hold the camera and unplug these. They're a little tight coming out, so I'm just gonna have to unplug them. And then once I get it out, I'll show you how I plug these in. I mean, it's pretty simple to figure out. Every connector has something like this, a little tang that pushes in. So you have to push this in and pull the connector out. Push it in, pull it out. And there's all different ones. I just saw another one, let me find it. This one's the same, it just pushes in, you push in, pull it out. But I saw a different one. Let me find it here. See, sometimes you'll have something like this. See the little square there? The little square. See the little hook down in there? That's what holds this to whatever it's connected to. So you need to push in on the orange and pull it out. That's how you get them out. So I just wanted to show you that. Let me get these unplugged and then I'll show you the rest. All right, so here we go. Here's the body control module. So all you're doing, see the plugs were plugged in to these spots on the body control module. All you're doing is putting these in between. That's it, and it's already pre-spliced for you, ready to go. So let's do it. I already plugged in the orange one. The orange one goes into the brown. All right, let's see what's next. All right, so this one looks white. Let's see if these go together. Nope. Yeah, that's a different. All right, so we got green. And this looks green. You would think the green would go to green. Apparently not. What's going on here? Nope, it doesn't go there. Try the black one. Nope, doesn't go there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This one fit right in there, but none of the other ones are fitting. All right, so the green one went. You guys fell over. All right, so I got them all in. So all these plugs here are going to go back into the body control module. But if you see on here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. But here you only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one here is the original. It didn't come with the remote start. That goes back into the body control module by itself. It's a shorty. Just wanted to give you that update because it's, you know, it's too complicated for me to hold the camera. I'm trying though. But it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you get these all to click in, So you see this side here? And if you notice, the clip is on the other side, the smooth side. So here's the little tab. See a little tab there? If you want to remove them, you got to push that little tab in and pull them apart. So you got to make sure they're all locked. And you see there's space behind it to be able to squish it. That's how you know it. See it? That's how you know it's locked in if this is popped out. All right. Let me plug this body control module and slide it in there. I'm probably not going to be able to fit you. There's nowhere to put you. All right, I got the body control module back in. All the plugs are back in. Now remember, the plugs for the remote start, there's only 5 of them. So there's a 6th wire that comes from the car that has to plug back into the body control module. And I'm not going to lie to you, it wasn't easy sliding that back in. It was tough. You got to be careful of the wires. You see all this metal here? You don't want to cut the wires on the metal. So you got to be careful how you do it. But you got to get it back in there and then get that 10mm down there at the bottom. Get that back in. And the back of the body control module has 2 plastic pins sticking out. Once you push it in, you'll feel it. It'll seat itself, and then you've got to put this 10mm back in. But that's it. Now all we got left is this. And these 4 plugs. So let's plug these back in. I'm gonna have to try to hold this and the camera while I do it. They just plug right back in. One at a time. Of course, the wire's not long enough. All right, there was 1 click. There goes 2 click. Now we got Mr. Blue. Click. Then we got Mr. Black. Click. All right, so that's basically it. Now I have to gotta plug in the module, and we gotta program it, which says it's pretty simple to do. Let's see. Programming instructions. Connect all the remote starter connectors to the module. Wait until the LED turns solid red. Turn the ignition on. Push to start vehicles. Press the push to start without the brake. Okay. Because they don't want you to start it. They just want the accessory on. Okay. The LED will turn solid green for 3 seconds. Then shut off. It may take up to 1 minute. All right, let's see what happens. See if I can do this one-handed. Just gotta plug the little brain in, little module. So here's that little connector. See, there's 2 ends here. So we have push to start, so I need to connect those. Let me set you back up on the stand. All right, so here we go. It's a blue and red. I don't know if you can see. It's a blue and red female. So let's just plug it in. The LED is right here. So we'll see if it lights up or if Jamie broke something. All right, so we got the blue. We got the red. All right, so it says wait until the LED turns solid red. Well, it went straight solid red. Now it says just turn ignition on. Now this is push to start. To start it, I'd have to push on the brake. I'm not doing that. I'm just turning accessory on. Key ID incorrect. All right, there we go. Yeah, for some reason, the recording stopped on my phone. I don't know what's going on. But here we go. You saw that it was red and green. Hopefully you got that before the phone shut off. But here we go. Now apparently we press lock 3 times. Lock, lock, lock. Wow. I gotta say, that was pretty simple. Other than fighting the panels, pretty simple job. There you go. She's got remote start now. So if you want to shut it off, it'll run for 15 minutes and turn itself off. But if you want to shut it off, then you lock, lock, lock again. Nice. So apparently everything's working. All right, let's go away. Let's see how far away it'll work. Take a little walk. The only problem, these type key fobs, they don't have very long range. The Viper I have has a mile range. Just not like downtown with tall buildings. Tall buildings, you get like 2 blocks. But if you're out in the country, you'd be a mile away and start your vehicle. And mine will actually page you and let you know that it started. All right, let's try it. Lock, lock, lock. Nope, too far away. Let's try it from here. Lock, lock, lock. Nope, too far away. I may have to change the battery on this key fob. That could be the problem. Trying to make sure she's going to be able to start it from inside her house. Nope. She'll be able to start it from like 10 feet away. It's unfortunate. But at least she has it. Hopefully she wanted to run out in the cold and do it. Now, she doesn't know I did this. I basically told her, I said, I'm going to need your car. I want to do an oil change, check the brakes, stuff like that for the winter. So she has no idea that I bought this. She's been talking about it the past 2 years. So this is going to be a surprise for her. It's kind of a Christmas gift, but I'm going to give, even though it's only the 4th, I'm going to give it to her tomorrow. I still want to clean it up for her. She's got some red berries up there on the hood. She parks under a tree. So I got to try to get this mess off. Looks like it'll come right off, but trust me, it won't. I did it before for her. It was a nightmare. She had a guy come out and, charge her $200 to do a detail, and he couldn't get it all off. I mean, for $200, you better get them berries off, bud. So before I put this back together, I just sat down and watched the clips. And guess what? I just realized I never plugged the wire in. See this wire? It says for push to start, you have to connect these two. Well, I didn't connect them, and it's still working. I don't know what's going on, so let's connect it. Now it might not work. Maybe they're backwards. All right, so it's connected. Let's make sure it still works. Lock, lock, lock. So it still works. I don't know what's going on. Let's turn it off. Let's see if we can do it from a distance now. Maybe that's what that wire was, some kind of antenna. Sometimes they do stuff like that. But I doubt it. But we're going to try it. All right, so it's working from there. Let's go a little further. Nope. trying to turn it off. It won't turn off. All right, so this is better. Maybe that's what that wire was. Maybe it's some kind of antenna and give you a longer range. I'm still probably going to change the battery tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to put this mess back together, and then we'll do a little test from inside, because I got to see how this works. I heard when you open the door, it shuts off, and then you got to restart it yourself. I'm hoping it doesn't. So we'll see. Let me put it back together first. All right, so it's all back together. Let's lock it. All right, so it's locked with the alarm. Let's just say we just woke up. It's in the morning. Let's remote start it. Uh-oh. Battery's dead. Of course the battery dies with me. Of course. Not good. Yeah, I was looking at this battery earlier because I did the oil change earlier, and I thought, man, that battery looks crusty. It's probably original to the car from 2015. Looks like it. And of course, as soon as I do the remote start, the battery dies. So let's check it. I got my multimeter. Let's put it on DC volts. See the little wave there? That's AC. That's DC. We're checking DC. All right. So let's put Mr. Negative. See Mr. Positive. What do we got? 1245. But as Erico would say, see the green crusties? That's not good. So it's got the voltage, and they don't seem to be loose. Oh, some more crusties right there. All right, so it looks like we're cleaning this. All right, so I just wanted to show you that I cleaned them. Can't get under this one. You can't even move it. It's a circus, but I did clean them. I cleaned them good with the wire brush. So I'll put it back together. I don't have the battery brush, so I just used the plumbing tool for the 3/4 inch pipe and the 1/2 inch pipe. It worked. Let me put it back together, see if this fires up or if I'm changing the battery. I guess that's another Christmas gift. All right, just put it back together. Let's see. Circus. I guess I'll put the charger on there and see what happens. All right, so I'm at AutoZone. I did charge the battery overnight and it did start, but since it's so old, I'm just gonna change it. So I just bought this. $200 for this little battery. Somebody's smoking crack with all these high prices. I also got the battery terminal cleaning tool, so I'm gonna put this in. I wanna clean the terminals a little better. All right, so the new battery's in. I also got new batteries for the key fob, 2032s. So let's change that. I'm gonna change the key fob battery. Another very simple job. Just push this little tab here. Slide the key out. See, it has a key in case the battery dies. You won't be able to get in with the fob, so you can use this to turn the door and unlock it. So here's the fob. Just need a small screwdriver, little flathead. Just get in the edge here, twist a little bit, twist, get it started. You just pull it apart, and there's the battery. Let's take the old one out. Notice which side's up. The part that says Energizer goes down. It's a 2032 battery. Very simple. Go in this way first. Bam. So then you hold it this way. Actually, I gotta go the other way, so hopefully the battery doesn't come out. All right. Just put the two halves together now. Make sure the circuit board is down, because if you turn it, it's gonna fall out. Just put the two halves together and click it back. It's all clicked back. Then you take the key, put the key back in. Done. Let's try it. Lock, lock, lock. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so we're at Raging Waters Car Wash because I ran out of time. I'm not gonna be able to clean this myself. It's at Philadelphia Mills. It used to be Franklin Mills Mall. Now it's called Philadelphia Mills. I just gave these guys a $10 tip, so I'm gonna see. They did some extra scrubbing. Let's see what happens. See if they can get those berries off. All right, we'll go pull over and check it out. I told you, those berries are tough. But they tried to get them off. So the battery dying, I'm gonna say it's half the fault of its age, and it's half the fault of me because I didn't disconnect the battery while I was connecting the remote start. If I would have disconnected the battery, the lights inside wouldn't have been on because the door was open all that time. So that was my fault. But the battery was dying anyway, so I replaced it. And I thought about it. It's actually good that it died when I had it. This way she's not stuck. Wow, these guys used to do a better job. They could have did better on the wheels. Apparently not. But I'm probably going to have to get this back off of her again, do some more work to it, clean those berries off. So now my concern is once it's remote started, if somebody gets in and accidentally pushes the brake and then the start, is it going to crank while it's already running? Well, I just found out no. Let me show you. Let's lock it. Start it. Now, one time I tried it. I didn't record it. When I opened the door, it did shut off, which is okay. Keeps anybody from wrecking the starter or messing up the flywheel. But also, if you hit the brake, it turns it off. Watch, I'll show you. So it's still running. So you forget, because you know you can't hear it running, it's so quiet. And you hit the brake and go to start it, boom, shuts off. Nope, still running. Yep, still running. That's not good. So you got to be careful if you get this for your car. And remember, you can probably get this for any newer car that has a body control module, just plugs in. But so I'm not going to touch the brake, and I'm just going to hit the accessory. Oh, now it shut off. Now I can push the brake and start it. Now I can drive it. So that's it. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad of a job. It's not too expensive. That's it. All right, so come here. Here's your key fob.
Okay.
You see the lock button?
Yeah.
Hit lock, lock, lock. All right, leave it go.
Surprise! Mom!
Merry Christmas.